That's better. Mindset Mashup podcast. Here we are, and we're coming to the end of this series. I can't even lie, and yeah, I'm gonna make a little announcement at the end of this one. So listen, just stay tuned. But this is gonna be far. I've actually met this guy in person, which I haven't with all of my guests, and he's let me just say, he's far beyond what we see on the likes of social media. I saw a whole different side to him when I met him in real life. The guy is, yeah, he's good guy, man, and like I'm drawn to people with good hearts and take care of the people, and this guy is definitely one. So just want to introduce the person. You might have seen, you've definitely seen this guy on TikTok. You might be establishing the worst accent in the UK with him as he establishes that as well. So look, Luke, welcome to Mindset Mashup, man. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you, bro. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed, and
also thank you for that intro, man. That was a nice little intro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like, I was just like working on it before I switched record. I was like, right, how can I introduce this guy? And I was like, do you know at the event, I was like, do I just put my hand up and said, have you come to a conclusion on the worst accent in the UK yet? And I was like, nah, he's probably heard that a million times. I say he's probably heard that a million times. I'm part of. But listen, Luke, I'm blessed to be here with you, man. And the whole point of this, like, is really short episodes, is just to give people a deeper insight to their favorite people in the UK, you know, and I've had some amazing people on here so far. And this series is all about basically the most known people in the UK and hearing about their mindset. And I know you, as I said, I think maybe a side that people don't see of you on social media is that you're a guy that is big on motivation. You're big on your mindset. And I want to dig into that a little bit. So first of all, when it comes to mindset, I know you've been through a lot. You're someone through the stories, I won't say they're not my stories to tell, but you've been through a lot, you know, and like, I'm wondering for you, how important has the role of resilience played in your life to get to where you are today?
Yeah, resilience is the biggest part of my life. I believe that I've gone through everything that I've gone through because I have to now tell my story and help other people become more resilient to things. Because if I do not believe that, I'm going to go crazy. So I feel like I've gone through these things to help others. So this is why I speak my truth, just be positive always. And yeah, man, resilience is very key to life, not even just to work, like to every single day life. Resilience is up there. It's number one, really.
100%, but life is always going to come at you, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from,
yeah,
what your gender, your race.
Always around you. So that's one thing that we can always make. Like, that's always certain going to happen in someone's life. Like, your parents, grandparents, friends, aunties, uncles, somebody's going to die around you, and it's going to affect you unless you're the one that's going to pass. So you just got to know that it's not about just pushing it to the side and being like, oh yeah, it's fine. Just know that it's coming, and accept the feelings that come with it. And then you have to try and control it from there.
Yeah, you spoke at the event, you spoke a lot about using some of the pains and the challenges that you've had in your life to sort of fuel you in your day-to-day life as well. Like, do you consciously, like, is that a conscious thought, or now is that you just like, right, I'm going to recycle this pain into winning?
It's every single day. So like every day I wake up, I miss my mum even more. Like it's not, when I say to people are like, oh, how did you get over losing your mum? And my answer is always, I'm not over it, and I never will be over it. If anything, it's harder each and every single day. The more I live, the more I miss her. The more I do, the more she doesn't see. You know what I mean? So the only thing that you do is learn to live with it. That is it. That is the only piece of advice I can give to somebody. But what I will say is, every single thing that happens to you in life and that's painful to you, you can use that as your motivation. So like right now, as soon as I come off this call, I'm about to go downstairs and go to the gym. And even if I can't be, say if I'm really tired and I really do not want to go downstairs, I'll have to tap into my mindset and be like, life's too short. Look what's already happened. Go and do it. Like, go and get it. And then as soon as I'm done, I'll be happier, and then I can just chill. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, 100%. I think Jim Quick says it, like, some days you're gonna put 100% in, but sometimes putting in 40% is that day, that's all you got, and that means you're putting in 100% in. And I think it's just doing the best you can. I always say, Luke, at the end of each day, I just want to put my hands up and said I had nothing left to put on the table. You know, I had nothing left.
At the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of just set yourself tasks and just attack them. You know what I mean? And set yourself milestones. I've already hit a few milestones months earlier than I planned to. And now I'm like, yeah, cool. I'm not just going to chill and relax now. I'm going to set new ones. You know what I mean? So Yeah, man. Like at the end of the day, as long as you're being a good human and you're making yourself smile and those around you smile, what else can you do in life? You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Yeah, 100%. That's something that I really like clocked on about you at the event. As I said, like online, like you do the funnier, the jokier stuff, which I love and I love to see it. But when I met you face to face, it was a whole different thing. I didn't probably say too much face to face. I'm a low key guy. Like I like to keep behind. But Luke, look, I don't want to keep you too much longer. But look, you inspire a lot of people in the actions that you do, with the people that you surround yourself with. Who inspires you, man?
Oh, there's so many people that inspire me. I got my like people in my family that inspire me. My best friend inspires me. The mother of my child inspires me. Like there's so many different elements of life. And then you've got the people that are out there that also do the social media as well as me, that you just watch them and they inspire. Like I try to just have my feed full of people that are doing amazing things, you know what I mean? So if there's any negativity, I'm just like, yeah, cool, I don't want to see that. I'll just watch something else, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, for the likes, the reason why I started social media was mainly because of four people. I'd say the four big people that I'll shout out now. And one of them was one of my friends I used to live with, who I create content with now, called David Whiteley. He used to be called Sideman All Day. Number two was Actor Blake, who recently just won Britain's Got Talent. The third one was Steve-O the Madman. I booked up with him not long ago, and I was like, bro, he was one of the main reasons why I was doing what I was doing. And number four, Mr. Gary V in America. Just out there pumping out positivity, and just man, telling everybody to go get yours. Just don't worry about what it is that you're doing, as long as you're enjoying it, and you're proper, like putting the time and effort in. Stop procrastinating, start being consistent, and start working. Simple as that.
Yeah, 100%. And you said that you sort of like when you went to one of Gary Vee's conferences and sort of like you just decided to switch it up a notch from then. And I rate that because it's easy. And when I was like talking about the introduction, I was really going to introduce you and say, 2 million followers, 52 million likes. But Luke, I feel like there's much more to you than just introducing you by the amount of TikTok followers that you have and stuff like that. So yeah, man to man, you're good, man. Listen, last question. What's the worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice I've ever received. I don't know about the worst advice, but I remember one of my teachers telling me that I would never like amount to nothing because I don't understand the schooling system. and I turned around and was like, okay, but watch me do great things when I'm older. Like I already knew that I was going to be doing something that was out of the box, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess, the worst advice would have been if I listened to that teacher.
Yeah. Just letting other people's narratives infect your own perception of the world. And listen, Luke, that's 5 minutes. Look, I hope you tune into the next few episodes. I said this one's coming to the end of a series. But look, the announcement is we've got one of the biggest names in the UK right now joining us on the next podcast. So stay tuned. You know what to do. Subscribe, do all that. But most importantly, go follow Luke. If you're not following him already, go follow me. If you're not following me already. But listen, God bless you. See you next time. Let's go.